Welcome back to Crypto's Juiciest News. The FOMC, otherwise known as the FOMC to experts, has finally happened. No one was waiting for it. Nobody cares. The US Fed has held rates. You're probably going to hear about that. Bitcoin sitting at around 102,000 Dominican dollars. What is there to do right now, friends? I guess wait over until February ticks on. And with that, we are still due for a pump. Now, we have, this is the weekly candle for Bitcoin, almost erasing the evil Chinese government. Yes, friends, they are evil. And yes, they keep trying to ruin our bull market. And yes, you are going to find out, mark my words, you will find out that they've been collecting in the background. You're going to find that out. At some point, we will find that out. And then you're going to have this mind explosion like, oh my gosh, Somi was right. They really did kill the 2021 bull market. Yes, friends. Yes, you don't accidentally get 6 red monthly candles of Bitcoin for no reason. You don't accidentally get that. There was a curse. That was the curse. But let's crack on to the other news. We have Bitcoin sitting at 102. We have Ethereum still cucked. Still cucked. This is ETH BTC. Like, this is a weekly chart, man. It takes a while to reverse these. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Ethereum, when it wants to go, it just starts smacking up. Okay, it can just start smacking up. That can happen. What's it gonna take? I don't know. In 2017, it ticked over into February. It was grinding up. It started doing it like mid-January. So we're kind of like in here, but you never know. It might do some catch up faster. Oh boy, you're just feeding the cope and the hope, and it is what it is. You can't do anything about it, friends. You wait and see. That's it. What's the plan? Look, the plan. I don't know. I've been saying. Isn't that funny, man? I was saying December 2025, back when 3 arrows got freaking liquidated, man, in June 2022. Now, I was hoping December 2025 wouldn't need to be coming in, because every time we pumped up, remember, we got excited. We're like, oh, maybe this is the left translated. Didn't happen. We drew the scenarios up for left translated. Everything setting up for a left translated happened news-wise, but the price action didn't confirm it. Isn't that funny, friends? You got all the news, price action didn't want to do it. Kind of tells you who's really in charge here. It's the 4-year cycle, the global 4-year cycle, liquidity cycle. The others BTC chart is still cucked beyond imagination. Here is Trump's meme coin. Now, this is terrible because when Elon Musk shilled Doge, it was just up only green. And then you also had XRP and Ethereum going up. It became green and green and green up here. However, this is 2017 cycle. Although there was this period, it still took a while. You know, like, see, end of Feb, it just starts moving up. By March, it had cranked up. But actually, if you look at the Ethereum price, yes, it's got to make a move, man. That's it. And yeah, January of that Bitcoin, post-Bitcoin halving year, January is always like this inauguration slowdown, but like, that doesn't make us feel any better. Like, how do we know it's gonna exactly repeat? I don't know. Only one way to find out. Keep holding. Now, remember I showed you that trick a while ago, friends. When it comes to looking at FOMC or the Kippy or anything else, you don't actually need to look at the data in the market, or in the stock market. Just look at the US 2-year bond, the yield. See how before the news, what happened was, look at this. See, we're trading at like 4.19%. And then on the news, we're like at 4.25. Now, what does that mean? It means the market expects in 2 years from now, a yield of 4.25%. Interesting, because the current yield is 4.5. Are we saying that there's only going to be one rate cut in the next 2 years? Well, this thing does fluctuate. You know, if bad news comes out tomorrow, this thing just starts going down in 5 seconds anyway. But right now, that's what the market's doing. It's expecting only like one rate cut, which is interesting because Donald Pump really wants the rates lower. What's going to happen from that point? I guess they're going to find some way to do the happy medium. But look, friends, when you're looking at these, a lot of people are saying it's the end. And look, man, could be the end. I'm just saying, here's the ISM, dude. Here's the business cycle. You know what I mean? So how could this be the end when we've been contracting? Businesses have been contracting. I know you'd be like, what do you mean contracting? Yeah, man, businesses, this is contraction territory. Look at this, below 50, dude. Below 50, okay? When businesses get above this 6, when we get towards this 60 zone, you know, I don't want to get faked out. But once it starts to get up here for a while, everybody feels like they're making money, and then the confidence reflects in basically people's bank accounts, and they probably punt more crypto. But yeah, we're not there yet. And this is why I marked this here for you. This is the ISM, the business service. See, 2017, 2021. Look where ISM is down here. That's ultimately, that's a business cycle, friends. And, you know, so remember, the government, they have printed the money now. It just hasn't seeped into the economy yet. And everyone's wondering, why isn't it seeping? What's happening? Well, friends, it's all rigged, bro. They keep it in these accounts. It's going to seep into the economy. Well, you think it's going to change this time? Okay, well, good luck staying sidelined. Now, I want to show you another thing. I've gone through it before. This is very important. Look, friends, there's a lot of people, they've noticed, see this, the purple line? This is the US rates, yeah? And they're noticing, like I saw Crypto and everyone else, this is a classic standard. They've noticed, just like everybody else, they're like, oh, crap. Whenever the US Fed cuts, it's the end because the economy's already cracked. When they cut, we're about to crash. It's true. It's true. However, man, if we go back in time, okay, I just want to show you something, dude. There was this is interesting. You know how we have an ass intelligence, otherwise known as AI? We have this tech undertone happening. Well, in the 1990s, we had the internet tech as well. And we cut rates here. So imagine all you could see was here. If you were betting on a world recession because the US Fed's cutting rates, you were wrong, Habib. It kept running. And then they cut again. And guess what? You were wrong 2 times. And then only on the 3rd time, you were finally right. But it's because they hiked. When they hiked, there was an overheating. But that was basically the end of the tech bubble. It was up here. So I've given you an example of where there is a period of time similar to us now. We had the 1990s tech run, like we have an AI run right now. So AI is getting exponentially amazing, just like the internet was getting exponentially adopted. And it's making our lives better. It's very deflationary, if you will, solving a lot of problems. That's why that might happen here, friends. That might happen here where everyone's expecting, that's what everyone's expecting. This is the thing. The market's not expecting it. The US stock market isn't it, but FUDsters in crypto, they're expecting this. They think the Fed's going to cut all the way down and they're going to buy their altcoins another 90% cheaper and you're going to get poor. That's what they're basically saying. And by the way, when they say this, they go, because obviously Bitcoin will hold up in liquidity wise in that time. What if it doesn't do that, friends? What if we don't do that? What if we do this? What if we screw everybody over? What if that happens? And then what if at the end of next year, they start hiking up a bit, but that's a bit too aggressive, and then they have to cut because the stock market goes up and then it crashes with it and crypto's already in a bear market. By the way, that scenario I just drew for you is exactly what happened in 2017. So if you look at 2017, friends, I'll show you 2017, the year right here. You see this trajectory? This is it. Let me give you full zoom up. See, look at this. The US Fed was hiking the whole time. See this, look at the orange, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes from 1K to 20K. Up here, we have alt season wave 1 here, alt season wave 2 here. Interesting. Is that only mildly curious? Somi, how is that possible with your amazing Pokeball? You're catching me as a friend every day. Thank you very much. You are caught now. How is it possible that the rates are being hiked and we had the 2 greatest, biggest alt season bubbles, the mania of all time in crypto, the Renaissance period? How on earth did that happen? Like I said to you, interest rates are a response to what's happening in the economy. They are responding, okay? They're not the cause. They are responding. If they stay there too long, they eventually become the cause, by the way, if the market has to deviate off that. But they're responding to that, okay? You got to understand this thing. So it's like, okay, friends, let's say you're a very sexy person, okay? Let's say you're very, very sexy. Let's say you wear Hawaiian shirts. And let's say you're a very, very sexy person. And I got a thermometer next to you. And the thermometer says, you are 55 degrees Celsius, my friend. You are a very, very, very sexy individual. Okay. If you look at the thermometer, is the thermometer making you hot? No. The thermometer going up, you know, that mercury rising, that's just responding to you being a very sexy individual. Okay. There you go. It's the same thing with the interest rates, but people don't get that because it's a big thing. So because the economy is hot, interest rates are high. Why is the economy hot? Everyone's got a lot of money. Which is, I know, that's not what everyone wants to hear. Everyone wants to hear that everybody else is struggling. They want to hear that. Yeah, because when everyone's doing well, it doesn't mean that they're happy 24/7. It literally just means they can sit on the couch and afford to watch TV. They don't have to work their 3rd job. You know, it's not like, oh, they're doing handstands and they're really, really like they're actually living their best life. It's not necessarily that. It's just that they're not as bad as it could be. But yeah, I don't know why this upsets people, especially if you're a politician, friends. Politicians, they all know this. Never, ever, ever tell people that they're doing good. Never. Everybody wants to hear that things are tough out there. Things are tough. Have you seen this? Always things are tough. Bro, shut up. What do you think things are tough, bro? Unemployment rate low. Everyone's got an iPhone in their pocket. You have access to like world-changing technology. You basically can talk to God, what we consider God for 2,000 years. It's in your phone. It's literally in your pocket right now. You can answer any question you want. You can talk to anybody you want, okay? Anything you can think of, pretty much we can do. Fly around in the sky on this big thing called a plane. You know what I mean? You can drive yourself in places. There's a lot of things, okay? Yeah, it's not perfect, duh. But there's a lot of things that everyone should be grateful for. But they're not, because they don't care about that. Because, you know, it's all about, I'm not doing well right now. Okay, well, that's it, bro. Well, the economy and the data, they don't lie. Now, cracking on to actually the most important news of all. Jim Cramer is bearish on Nvidia, tech, and crypto. So he's bearish on tech. He actually said tech. And I've actually got his tweets here. Money's flying all over the place. The banks, the restaurants, healthcare, telcos, but not tech. Next one as well. There is no silver lining right now with Nvidia though. Next one. Buy Starbucks. Period. End of story. Uncle Jimmy Cramer. He's going to do it again, isn't he? Okay, so Inverse Oracle God has spoken. He's bearish on tech. I'm going to remind you of that, friends. Remember, he was bearish on tech right before we started moving up. A few months ago. Remember, I was the only one actually all over crypto. I was the only, because everybody was taking a break. All the mainstream KOLs are taking a break. Remember last year, like September and stuff out here. I was reporting Jim Cramer is bearish on tech. He was bearish on tech. And guess what? Look where we are right now. Bitcoin ain't 50K anymore. You know, it's 100K. Shout out to my friend Khalid as well. Oh my God, Ethereum's bottom is actually in now. Next stop, $7,000 within 69 days. You can quote me, leverage on ETH. Yeah, so it should actually get there, man, because that's actually what it did before. A 2x in ETH over that next 2 months would actually be pretty conservative compared to its path. But it's ETH, it's Cuck, drinking a lot of soy, we'll see. I have this chart here from BCB from before. This is Ethereum from the 2021 cycle. Okay, this was in the middle. This is when China, this is actually, you can actually no. Sorry, this is the 2017 cycle, friends. And this is Bitcoin's price. This is Bitcoin's price. On the right-hand side, we have Ethereum. So this is Bitcoin's price. This is like when China banned Bitcoin and ruined the whole bull market in 2021, we were hoping this would be the chart. Yeah, we were hoping we were going to do that, but actually we didn't. So you see what happened here? I'll show you. See, when China banned us here, we actually did something similar. We went up, but when we went down here, we were hoping there was, see this sharp V reversal? We were hoping that was going to happen and the continuation was going to happen into 2022, but it didn't happen. Okay, it was pretty much game over. So yes, he's just drawn a similarity. Like this is almost this inverse head and shoulders weird thing out here. Like hopefully we got some friendship coming up on the horizon. If you just map out the chart, yeah, it does actually bring you up to hopefully like around a, you know, $7,000 ETH, which is, I guess it's cool. It's cool, but it's not actually really cool. That's still an abysmal failure. Because if Ethereum doubles and Bitcoin has not moved, right? If Bitcoin goes up 50% and Ethereum doubles, ETH BTC is around here. And it's actually, you're still at a loss from the Ethereum spot ETF. Which means they released this spot ETF and people still bought more Bitcoin than Ethereum. So that's why it's still a colossal failure. And that was already a low marker back then. That wasn't a low. So yeah, everybody's going to wait and dissect and see what's going on. We also, friends, so we mentioned through this, the US Fed held the rates at 4.5%. Donald Pump's going to have a word with them. We'll see what happens. The yield curve's not actually expecting cuts. It means it's a hot economy. Which would be, wouldn't it be the perfect scenario, friends, if that happens? Because, like, I always think about, what's the lurking FUD that keeps people from actually getting long? What would it be? And it would be, think about it, rates are high. Rates are high and people want to leave. So this thing might be dampened, and you never know, man. This might actually get, my friends, imagine up here, just imagine up the top. They sign in the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve and they're buying, they say, hey, we will buy 200,000 Bitcoin every year or something. Imagine they actually write that in. They actually, like, it's actually not just written, but like it's actually signing now or something similar. And imagine at the end of this year, let's say the US Fed like cuts rates. They cut rates and everyone expects things to go like really, really, really cut. You know what I mean? Like there's some sort of setup that just gets everyone to really, really think cycle is not applicable now. I'm also seeing a lot of people on Twitter timeline firsthand. A lot of people don't believe in the 4-year cycle. Yeah. Not just the little friends, big time people, like big accounts, you know, like $10 million plus. Yeah, big guys, big traders, everyone. No one believes in it. I'm like, yes. That's exactly what we want, isn't it? That's exactly what we want. Stop believing. We don't want you to believe. Have you noticed when we're cruising, everyone believes. When we're dipping down, no one believes. And also, if we go up, no one believes too. They don't believe. They go, it's going to keep going up. Because why? Because they say we're not high enough. You know, because my altcoin that I bought, I'm like rank 17. I should be rank 7. Everyone believes that they should be higher. Obviously, friends, I have been tweaking my nipples every single day as well. And Bitcoin actually just live is cracking up. It just tapped almost $104,000. So maybe it's doing a bit of a U-turn up here. It's beautiful. Now, as I remember as well, Furus, charlatans, and cuckolds are all expecting the crypto altcoin market to crash. Why? Because interest rates aren't near zero. So, yeah, look, is it concerning that others' BTC is down? Well, yes, yeah, I wanted to go up, but yeah, it is horrific. It is trash, altcoin dispersion, everything. But we all know, friends, we know when we say altcoins, it really is true, man. Bitcoin Max is, man, they're right about so many things, friends. It really is. Like, if you look at the truth is Ethereum is the mothership of poop coins. This is others ETH ratio. Look at this, others. So Ethereum accounts for most of the performance outside the top 10. It's Ethereum, man. Look at this. This is wild. Yeah. Beep, 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 beep. See, that others ETH does this. You know, others BTC has these big exaggerated things, but yeah, others ETH has been doing this for, my gosh, like 8 years, man. This is wild. It just doesn't deviate. It doesn't deviate. So if others ETH is pretty tight, what it means is we need Ethereum to be doing really well, and that would give us the nice pumps we need. And yeah, all the charlatans, everybody else out here. See, friends, here's the thing, man. I don't know. Maybe we do crash. Maybe rates have to go 2%. Maybe that does have to happen. I don't know. I'm just telling you the truth, though. The truth is, you're my friend, number one. And number two, your subscriptions have paid these Furus. Your subscriptions, your Bybit or leverage trading, affiliate money, the money you're losing on exchanges, okay? You buying into their pump and dumps, you buying into the leverage trading, just whatever they sell, whatever service they're selling, okay? Now, it could be good services to you. I don't care whether it's good or not. I don't give a shit. I'm telling you, this is show me the incentives, I'll tell you the outcome, okay? Warren Buffett says it. The late Charlie Munger says it. We all know this, okay? What's the incentives when you have a large pool of people who are giving you money and it's consistent, okay? The incentive is now the Furu, the paid influencer, they don't have an incentive to make money. They just have an incentive to keep the people there. And to keep the people there, you got to tell them what they want to hear. Yes? And what they want to hear is you can make good money taking low risk and you get the high return. We know, good luck. No, you need more than luck. You're not getting that in crypto. You want the high return, you got to take on the high risk. What does the high risk mean? It means if something is cheap, yeah, if something is cheap, people don't like it. People call it trash. Maybe it stays underpriced for a long time. I mean, this is PDI, friends. PDI itself gets a lot of flack from the PulseChain community, which is already gatekept by everything in freaking crypto industry already. You see what I mean? So, and it's not just this, it's many things too. See, if you're actually here to make money, friends, you have to sit through stuff like this, okay? Yeah, you had to sit through world embarrassment from the corrupt SEC. You had to sit through corrupt Interpol. You have to sit through Eric Wald's 15 essays a week saying Richard Hart is fat, you got scammed, tornado cash, illegal. You had to sit through Martin Shkreli, the little weasel, saying that Richard Hart is going to jail for life. It's a criminal thing. This was back when the SEC happened. He basically said, back then here, literally, do you know, friends, I want to tell you, like, I was listening to Martin Shkreli, that little weasel. By the way, if I see him, I'll slap him myself. So Martin Shkreli was saying Richard Hart is literally going to jail for multiple life sentences. He said it on Twitter Spaces. I was listening. We all heard it, okay? And he made a logical, smart-sounding case. He goes, yeah, it's up to the jury. Like, they see a guy, he got a lot of Rolexes. A lot of people have been robbed. Investors a lot. Like, all these things. I went to jail. I know the system. Blah, 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 blah. All of this right here. All of this right here. Okay, and what was I doing still? Coming out, making multiple videos, telling you, I know it looks trash. I know it looks like a scam. I don't care. Prices are cheap. Okay, many of these things have happened before. It's not the end. Yeah, even though I didn't want this SEC to be on here, price was cheap before. Now it's even mega deeper cheap. You see, friends, I understand. That's why a lot of you do appreciate. You are very, very welcome for this, the tenacity to come out here and say, guess what? If I see you in person, I'm literally going to bitch slap you myself. So this is the type of stuff that you sit through. If you want high reward, you get that. Okay, it's high risk. So it's high risk. By the way, whenever I talk like this, there's always one person comes out and says, what about Soylana? Okay, what about Soylana? What about the 18 coins that didn't rally next to it? What about those 18 coins? What about the other 18 chains that were doing a new tech that didn't rally next to it? There's your risk. Did you go all in on one thing? You probably did. You probably did. Okay, what are you going to do next time? You're going to, oh, I'm a genius. I'm going to split my bags 18 ways. Okay, good luck. Good luck. Maybe the one thing will be a unicorn. Maybe. You're not going to know the next winner next time. We already did it, friends. There were 500 coins from last cycle that are now around here. 500. Only 5 did really well in 2024. Only 5. 1% odds. Okay, so if you're going to hyper-focus and cherry pick on that 1% odds, you are ultimately going to get doomed next cycle. But like I said, friends, remember the crypto trilemma problem. I've made videos on this for multiple years. Multiple years. 2022, I was posting this, friends. Literally 2022. Look at this, Feb 2023 as well. I'll always repost this, okay? There's 3 conditions. You make money, the influencer makes money, or they have a reputation to uphold, okay? You can only get 2, okay? Because by definition, buying low and selling high, you're buying low because everybody else feels bad. The market is always correct. It doesn't feel good about it, okay? You're buying low, yeah? See, if you're talking about things that are cheap and that are low, by definition, you become more and more unpopular. You're not talking about the stuff that's moving up. You're doing the stuff that's not moved. And what do people say? They'll always say, "Oh, sunk cost fallacy. Oh, you're mentally deranged. You're bag holding." They say all these words because what that means is they don't want to buy it. What they want to do is they want to watch it. They wanted to go up like 500% in a week. Then they want to buy it. That's actually what everyone wants. They will love to buy green candles. Okay, so when you give an influencer a lot of money, friends, they're going to protect their reputation because now their income doesn't come from taking on risk. Okay, their income comes from massaging a horde of people. That's what it is. You don't get them into this mood of like, hey, hunting edges, yeah, seeking alpha. That's not their edge. That's not their pattern of behavior. Their pattern of behavior is, hey, I've got a website or I've got a link. I've got to make a video. Hey, sign up to this thing, and then you trade and they make tutorials or whatever it is out there. Okay, that's their pattern of behavior to make money. That's not your pattern of behavior to make money. That's them. You get it? So the incentives are aligned for them to just keep rinsing you. Pretty much, you get yield farmed in that way. And then a self-fulfilling prophecy. They have a large follower account, and then they get invited to the Michael Saylor New York thing. You know what I mean? They enter the circuit, what they call it, the circuit. They go around a tour out here, and it is what it is. Okay, friends, a lot of people, remember I told you, okay, my whole life, I was baffled. Why do hotels have the cuck chair? Why is there cuck chair in the hotel room every time we go there? For whatever reason, okay, it's just watching you. Who's the cuck chair for? All my life, I thought, you know what? They just want to fill up space. Maybe they got to deal with a chair company. No. It's because there is an oversupply of beta male cucks out there. That's why. They're everywhere. That's the truth. And these people also, guess what? They're in crypto as well. I'll show you soon. Before we get to that though, Trump media says they will invest in Bitcoin and similar crypto. So as soon as I heard that, I'm like, you guys are going to start shitting bags pretty soon. That's exactly what we're here for, friends. Don't you love it, by the way? Cryptocurrencies. I know what that means. That means, give us a deal. I'll say I like it or I retweet it. I think the Trump team, they probably figured out He probably doesn't even talk about the crypto. They just use his account to retweet. He probably says, hey, these guys want to give you $2 million if you retweet this one thing. You're like, okay, cool, we'll take it. You know, it might be like that. And then he never talks about it. Maybe he says, if they ever ask him in person, he's like, I didn't make that. I don't know about that post. I don't know about it. I have a team that controls stuff like that. But luckily, see, friends, the beautiful part is I can see if he's making the game more difficult for newbies, because it's ultimately a mercenary game, that's good for you and me because I know how to navigate it, and so do you. Like you know, you're not getting into crypto in 2025. You've been here for years or a long time. You know, even DCA buying, you're waiting in the poopy time, so you're not going to get trapped by stuff like that. I hope. Shout out to my baby dolls over there in Texas, the great state. They revealed plans to do their Bitcoin reserve, so for Texas. And many US states are going to start to follow, which it's wonderful that everybody starts to follow the lead there. However, the big one is the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, you know, the digital asset stockpile, whatever it is they're going to write. We could find out, friends, yeah, when they actually write it in, that's the top. Because the market prices it in, man. It prices it in, friends. The markets aren't silly, man. They price it in. That's the excitement. After they sign it in, yes, that's what we'll be waiting for. As mentioned previously as well, Ethereum is still near $3,000. It's still acting as a big heavyweight. So I'm not here to sugarcoat anything, but this is the truth because it's going to sound nice. Like, friends, it's easy. It's so easy to just look at a coin and go, hey, Richard Hart, I blame you. Or I blame this. Trust me, it's really easy. Guess what? I've done it many times. Just mentally, because it makes you feel a bit good mentally. But when you come to your senses, you realize, look, I've just shown you the chart. I showed you the evidence. I showed you, hey, man, if this chart, others ETH, does this pattern over, and I'm not even joking, dude, over 2,600, bro, we're literally talking, friends, 7 to 8 years. It does this chart. It tells you most of the altcoins, they're just a function of Ethereum's price performance. That's it. That's it. So like even in this, so what does this mean? So this is where 2020 was. I know it went down first, but when it went up, there you go. You did a 50% move on whatever Ethereum did. And if you go to that time period, Ethereum did about an 8. So you did 12 for your average altcoin. Average altcoin. Some poopy altcoins only did 8 with Ethereum. Some amazing ones did like 20, 30, 40. They did like a multiple on Ethereum, yeah? Everyone's hoping they're in the multiple part. Yeah, but that's pretty much what might happen here. You might find, friends, that this thing keeps going up and it goes like 50% higher as well. It might do that. If it goes up 50% from here, what does that mean? It means the average altcoin will do 50% of whatever ETH does. So if ETH goes from 3K to 12K, that's a 4. So the average altcoin from today might do a 6. That's the average though, you know? Poopy ones will probably do a 6, 5 or 6, but the great ones, hopefully it does 12, right? 9 to 12, 15 to 18. We're going to see 1 or 2 amazing ones do 100x that no one knows what the hell they're going to be, right? But yeah, that'll be great. Imagine PulseChain even itself, friends. Imagine PulseChain does a 12 from here, and Richard Hart hasn't even done the wildcard Hyperloop with a PDI. That'll be amazing because all the altcoins that are liquidity linked with Pulse, remember the PulseX buy and burn and everything's ratcheting up. Yeah, you might see stuff do another like 20, 30x from here. Also want to give a special shout out to Mr. Mental Game as well. I've retweeted this pretty much. So another wallet, friends, called Hot Wallet. I've never heard of them before, I'll be honest. I don't know what it is, Hot Wallet, but Hot Wallet have added PulseChain. So they've added PulseChain to the chains they support. So thank you very much to the team at Hot Wallet. You are hot and sexy. It is already my favorite crypto wallet, a wallet that is fun to use. That's beautiful to see. See, friends, when they're smaller, these any entity, when you're new, you're fresh, you look at adoption and you're like, hey, I'm happy to look after the smaller customer. Yeah, there's a finer touch there. On the contrary, Phantom Wallet, which is this Soylana wallet, which is pretty much the primary reason for Soylana adoption, they just supported PUI. So they just supported PUI out here. There's another button. It's pretty cute. But yeah, PUI, it's all the same stuff. It's just like there's a system there. You know what? We probably have a PUI season right now. It's probably happening right now where people realize, oh, I'm losing money on Phantom. They just go join another coin on PUI land, which you could see on Deck Screener. And I can show you right now, 200 million. So here we go, Agent S. So, yeah, it's always the same thing. Oh, another meme coin. Yeah. You've rocked already, bro. Oh, gosh. Well, at least you did an 18x. You come back down. Bang, 90% down already. What is Agent? It's all the same stuff, bro. It's like another chain. It's like another subset of meme coins. You know, that's the thing, friends. Also, I've hinted this to you many times, but there's something, if you're in Soylana, if you're in Murad's coins, and Murad, if you're watching, there's something you guys haven't priced in. You haven't priced in the chance that Soylana's not the main character chain this year. What happens to your coins? Now, you might say, oh, they go up anyway. Show me one example where that worked in crypto. I'll be waiting. It doesn't work for the majority. There's one or two. Yeah, you've got your PTGC ripping highs on PulseChain. One coin. The other 50 dampened and depressed. So you better have that unicorn. So if you're in Soylana, out of the, you know, the 400 top coins, you better have the unicorn that's actually going to move up. So that's the truth, friends. That's very, very, very important to understand. So in another way, friends, it's like somebody, let's say there's a team coming first. Let's say it's Arsenal. Arsenal is in the winning streak of football, you know, English Premier League. And let's say somebody new, they've never watched football before in their lives. They just pick number one. They go, oh, you're coming first. I love you. You're the best. And they win for like 3 years in a row. And then you say to them, guess what? Well, if you're a real fan, if we go terrible, you're still going to rock up to the games and still support. What actually happens though? A lot of the non-believers, they stop watching. They stop caring because they aren't winning anymore. And they go for another team. Yeah. But we have only lived in a world of Sol ETH going up and having this chart. What happens if it does that? What happens if it does that for the year? Okay, this bleeding out. Do you know what that world looks like? So a lot of people, fans, they're going to have brazen confidence because the things have gone up. So they're not going to even be worried about such a world. But if they're not worried about that world, that's precisely why you should be worried about that world. Yeah, you should be worried about that world. Let me show you DogWifHat, for example. Friends, this looks horrible. This is... Okay, do you want to know what this candle was? DogWifHat broke the level here. And they did an emergency announcement of the Sphere, the Las Vegas Sphere. They're going to put DogWifHat. They're finally going to put the funds in. They're trying to save it with the price action. Well, I'll tell you now, dude. This is... Look, I don't know if this can, like, cause it to go up first. But, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm just telling you, these things are sell the news. Sell the news. You run out of buyers, bro. But this is like the last fight. Think about it. Like when they fight, like there's only one thing left, the Las Vegas Sphere. Yeah. So they're trying to time it. They were obviously trying to time it. Obviously, it doesn't take a genius to figure this out. They were trying to time this at $10. But the thing started slowing down already. Yeah. Bull market. Bitcoin hasn't even topped it. You know what I mean? So they've already started slowing down. So they're probably trying to time this. So they're probably hoping this would happen. It goes up here, and then they do the Sphere, and it basically can shoot it up. That's what I'm expecting happens. And by the way, they did call for $40 width, which is $40 billion market cap. Now it's back down to 1. So this is obviously this was the Anthem coin. Went from 100K market cap up to $4. So when did a 40,000x? Now here's the interesting part. When you do these ranges, okay, maybe it does come up or whatever, but you're understanding the point now. You're running out of buyers. The chain, fun. But hey, man, you had an amazing run. Like, congratulations, Soylana. You've had like the longest run in history. But that's the funny part, man. When I say you've had the longest run ever, no one wants to believe it. Like, no, that can't be possible. Yes, dude, it's possible. You've had literally the longest run because it kind of implies they know what they should be doing in the background, protecting in case the longest run is now like confirmed and they have a date now and it stops. Now, friends, I'm going to give you the most critical news of all, okay? So, shout out to this guy named Joe Rogan. Actually, his name is Jay Connor Rogan, okay? People got a bit antsy because this gentleman, Mesoteric, thank you to Mr. Mesoteric, he posted the info and people said, you got to quote him. Quote the source where you got it from, please. It's okay. It's all right. I'll do it. It's okay, I'll do it. Now, what happened was PumpFun got exposed. Really, not really. It turns out you're not going to be shocked. The most profitable PumpFun accounts are scammers. Color me shocked. So, one wallet. Now, friends, many wallets are doing this. They have multiple accounts. But one wallet is showing you, because they're all bots, yeah. It's all bot scamming. The number one profitable account generated 18,000 rug tokens. All of them rugged. They've made $3.7 million in one account so far. Yeah, that's one account. One account. One rugger who decided not to split this wallet up. Everyone else has, right? So this wallet, literally, it generates 18 tokens an hour. So while this evil scum, rugger, thief, piece of trash, subhuman, loser, this guy's been tracking him. He wakes up, okay? Whoever's the control of the institution, whatever they are, they wake up, they press the on button, and then they maybe go to sleep 6-7 hours, they wake up, and then literally they just start rugging. They generate tokens and they just rug. And like, I haven't looked into the weeds of it, but I'm assuming they have like a ChatGPT wrapper or a scanner bot, and it's probably like grabbing metrics of Lunar Crush or just something where it's checking out the words being used. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So like, let's say in the news of the day, whatever words get used the most, that's the name of the tokens. That's what they're doing. They probably wake up, friends. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe they wake up and they do it themselves. They wake up, they check the list, they copy paste this list, they type all these things into maybe the bot, and the bot like tries to do like let's say they type in Donald Trump, Barron Trump, inauguration day. You know, they just type in themes of the day, FOMC, J Powell, whatever it is talking in the news. And then maybe the bot just does like every variation of that. Every variation. So yeah, they made $3.7 million so far. Probably hooked up to an AI bot, just generating words, generating logos. Yeah, very sad. So there are evil people like this. They're out there. But like on one hand, they are evil. But it's important we ask these questions about morality, because they're evil, but Soylana uses a cucks. They're sitting in the cuck chair. So what do? Like, you go to the hotel room, okay? You know which one I'm talking about, friends. Every single hotel's got it, okay? Here's the cuck chair. It's looking right at you, okay? It's looking right at you there. You know, every hotel room's got that cuck chair. You're just checking you. Look at this, checking you out. This is because, you know, it's going to be a long night. You can rest up your legs. You see? Here's the cuck chair. Here's the cuck chair. You see what I mean? So, whose fault is it? Is it the hotel room supplying the cuck chair? Or is it the cuck who walks in and sits down? It is what it is. There is no right or wrong. Okay, so the cuck's a cuck. And then I guess the person rugging on the coins, yeah, they are evil scum. So they're going to do what they're going to do. But I'm here. That's why I'm here informing you, friends. That's why I'm not feeding you to this machine, because I know these odds are abysmal low. You know, in PumpFun, if you were getting a 10,000x or 5,000x return, between 2 and 5,000x return on your winners, it would be profitable to keep playing it. It would be. You're not getting that. All you're barely getting is between 20 to 100x on your winner. Problem is your win rate's like 1%. Yeah, so it's just covering. That's why everyone's losing on it. 95%. Who's winning? Insiders. Insiders, ruggers, thieves. Yeah, you got a few skilled people, but okay, there's always that guy who is riding that giant tsunami, and there's like 7 sharks trying to eat him. Yeah, of course you got that one guy doing that, okay? But are you gonna send like your 15-year-old teenage girl? Is she gonna go swimming with that giant tsunami and there's 7 sharks chasing her? No. You see what I mean? So the stats are in here, and actually they collected all these stats. This is everything up here, the number one wallet, everything. Shout out to my friend, Mr. HEX Turbo. Your odds are better at the roulette table. Yeah, that's not even an expression. Your odds are actually better at the roulette table. Yeah, 1 in 36 numbers or whatever, 3%. Yeah, it's literally like your odds on PumpFun is less than 1%. You're actually literally better walking into a casino. Shout out to the one and only way, ticker PulseChain on the chain PulseChain. So you get to see these odds now. So maybe have an appreciation of these. Yeah, this is a DogWifHat, just funny because got the McDonald's thing out here. My friends, I don't want the demise of these at all because it is what it is. It's a marketplace. I'm just telling you. So once you analyze this objectively, it just helps you stay grounded. Because if you think it really is the future of finance, you're the guy cheating one bag to go FOMO by the top here with Wall Street guy who rugged himself. By the way, dude, think about this. Wall Street guy. Hey, everybody, I'm a Wall Street worker guy. Wall Street guy, Bitcoin maxi, comes in, uses Soylana once. He gets so excited, makes his own meme coin, rugs it for $1 million, deletes it, and doesn't say anything. And then says, oh, I have to look after my friend's parents. He makes like BS excuse, no one believes him. Just showing you like, it's this chain. I feel sorry for the man. I like, friends, remember the Cuck in the Cuck chair, his downstairs department. He's very excited. That's the strangest part of all. They're very excited. They're having a good time. You know? Someone out here is getting abused though. Okay? That poor chair. That chair's getting abused. The furniture's getting abused. Someone's gonna have to clean it. Now, is this the top marker? Look, I don't know. It's where's your edge now? What are you gonna buy? Some people on Soylana, they're just touching the Murad coins. Okay, so but here's the thing, dude. I know Murad, you're all right. This is a fake market cap, dude. It's at the billions of market cap. Okay, they deleted this. I don't know how Dex Screener cheated for you, bro. When Dex Screener, this is an outrage. Okay, if I show you Pika, for example. Pika is a fake market cap 10x too high, yet somehow you guys bribed Dex Screener to say it's 10x too low. How's that happen, man? Anyway, but whatever. This is not, friends, this is fake. This 1.3 billion market cap plus. And yeah, the coin could keep going up. It just, look, man, I just don't like buying stuff that's gone up 300x in a straight line on a Soylana chain. Your biggest retracement is now only 30%. That's just not my cup of tea. Remember this coin, Popcat, they said this was the future of finance. You are down 85%. They said that's on Murad's list, by the way. Popcat's there. They called this a cult. Same thing, down 85%. Shout out to my friend Damo. We have lock-in as well. Let's check these out. Let's see what they're doing. Yeah, man. Oh, what do they sell that on? That's nuts. So, yeah, down 75, 76%. Of course, friends, everything is volatile and does that. Here's a secret hint, though. If you're buying a discount on stuff people hate, it's actually cheap. Okay? If you're buying a discount on stuff that the crowd actually loves, bad news for you. What you think is a discount, it ain't actually a discount. Okay? Because, why? You are buying a discounted price when the non-believers still believe that the narrative is in your favor. It's still a Soylana narrative. They've won the chain game, okay? That's the disadvantage, okay? You have not held through a world where those non-believers see another chain is winning right now. You have not held through that world. That's the discount world. That's what the real discount is, yeah? That's why when I look at PulseChain, yeah, nobody thinks this thing is alive. No one. Yeah, everyone in our community, friends, we're nothing. Okay, there's 600 million people in crypto right now. There's only 250,000 people in PulseChain. We all think it's alive. Yeah, the odds on that. Less than 1% of people think this thing's alive. Yeah. Look at Soylana. How many people think Soylana's alive? Do you know half the Bitcoin maxis like Soylana because it's not even properly decentralized? Do you know that? Do you know they like it because it's centralized and it doesn't compete with Bitcoin. They know it's easy to turn off. Think about that world, friends. Everybody thinks, oh, it's Soylana's chain. I mean, you had Freddie Kroiger, Bitcoin Maxi, going on to there. Now he's no longer. Now he's a Soylana lover too. Think about that. Now you have 100 million people agreeing. Friends, you know, remember my computer blew up? Remember my computer literally blew up, the hard drive failed and everything. I went to the computer store. Never told you guys this. I've got to tell it to you now. Had a conversation with the IT guy. He just sold his bags. He just bought Soylana. I'm not joking. This is a few weeks ago. I forgot to tell you. We're having a conversation. You know, he goes, you're in crypto. South American, yeah. And he said to me, you think it's good? I'm in now. Like, he already made his move. I'm not going to have a 4-hour convo. I want to get home, make some videos for you guys and talk to baby dolls. I can't have a 4-hour convo with this gentleman saying, you might be a top secret, sir. But yeah, I can't do that. What am I going to do? I'm caught between a remote controller and a harder place. What do you do at this point? Too many signs, friends. Too many signs. Now you get to see though, right? There's a difference. That's why markets, they're fluid, okay? Not gender fluid, actually really fluid. Markets are a moving target because, you know, a 70% drop in one thing is not equal to a 70% drop in another thing, yeah? A 70% drop in something that has been hated and given a freaking 1% chance of survival. Oh yeah, you're cheap. You're cheap. A 70% drop in something that has been blasted on every mainstream KOL all over YouTube with every single big name declared the winner, and the president has launched a coin on that chain, totally different. It's up to you to decide. We are confirming friendship. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.